As always, hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. Rich is making another video about XRP today. So, wherever you are in this vast planet, I hope you're all having a nice day today. Here is the one-day chart once more before we discuss XRP. At $2.87, we are seated here. When XRP jumped above $2.90 earlier today, everyone said this is the moment we've been waiting for, but it hasn't happened yet. Although XRP had a positive day, if you look at the 7th day, you can see that we're still essentially bouncing between $2.85 and $3 in anticipation of the next surge. Today, Bitcoin also had a great appearance. It is now over $123K. All I want is for Bitcoin to keep rising. It will provide us with a better timeline for the alt season and bring the rest of the market along with it. The mainstream media is currently overrun with Bitcoin. Max is promoting the cryptocurrency and attempting to lure the last retail investors into it so they can all cash out and use it as exit liquidity. Every time Bitcoin hits a new all-time high, it does this. They must immediately advance that story and continue it. Only Bitcoin is up. Invest everyone so they can withdraw their money. The subsequent parabolic move is loading for every coin. Created Millionaires in 2017. Legends were created in 2021. Dynasties will be defined in 2025. Your warning is this wedge. Next is expansion. You will fade your future if you fade this arrangement. That post, in my opinion, was excellent, as this run will be significantly larger than either 2017 or 2021. We are going to see a huge influx of institutional capital for the first time ever, and things will get extremely chaotic in the upcoming months. Dark Defender is also highly optimistic about XRP, and he provided us with this chart thus far. Dark Defender has performed admirably. He even demonstrated the correction that pulls back before the major leg up that we are currently witnessing. And that additional boost might put us well beyond $3, between $3.66 and $4.50. I'm eager to watch how much money starts to pour into XRP once we break above $4, which is when things start to become really interesting. You will experience FOMO. The current narrative holds that XRP will never rise beyond $4. It's all bullshit, and the top is in for XRP. In order for you to invest in Bitcoin and avoid XRP, or to be rattled out and invest in something else, they want you to think that. For XRP, the arrangement is ideal. Show me a chart that has more juice than XRP, says Crypto Millionaire. It's quite optimistic, and I concur. The arrangement is really amazing, I must say. It will be extremely violent once XRP begins to break out. When it starts to happen, you'll witness such a violent move to the upside. The initial push-up is always an amazing experience. Everyone then begins discussing how high XRP will rise. Will XRP reach $50 or more? And so forth. However, I believe that ETFs will continue to be the major early catalyst. Early on, that will be the true price mover. Clarity, ISO, and other factors are combined with it. Suddenly, you have the ideal situation for XRP. However, the chart remained unchanged. People say things like, well, it's still less than $3. Why does XRP remain below $3? Here's what it boils down to. You know, we continue to monitor Bitcoin. When Bitcoin declines, the market as a whole also declines. That will eventually cease to occur. Occasionally, XRP begins to gain traction without Bitcoin. And since I believe that many people will position themselves in XRP before the ETFs, I'm waiting to see if that occurs again. A significant amount of money could move in or during the remainder of October. Citibank just stated live on Cnbc that Bitcoin will continue to rise for the next 12 months. Breaking $2 trillion. Listen to it. If I'm not mistaken, you believe that your predictions for Bitcoin and Ether are rather accurate as of late 26. Yes, our team's, not mine. Yes, we do want to see more follow through there. It somewhat relates to what you said previously about considering your alternatives in terms of gold and cryptocurrency. Additionally, I believe your opinion is bang on. I mean, we just have to let that happen. Your equities market is driven by momentum and is extremely aggressive. People don't want to miss that, in my opinion. As you indicated, you're searching for your hedging opportunity. In addition to central bank purchases, I believe that those two asset classes end up becoming your go-to hedges when attempting to navigate this continuously strong, highly valued, but momentum-driven equity market. I completely disagree with him. I believe that by the end of 25, Bitcoin will most certainly reach its peak. Since many institutional funds are still invested in those ETFs, I don't believe the decline in Bitcoin will be as severe this time. However, I believe that a significant portion of that money will move from the Bitcoin ETFs into the XRP ETFs once these spot XRP ETFs go live. The same is true of the ETFs for ETH. Many of those funds, in my opinion, will also go outside of Ethereum. These institutions, you know, are looking for something fresh, something they haven't had access to previously. and the XRP ETFs will accomplish that. There's more to it than Bitcoin. There's more to it than the story. And for that reason, I believe they will do better than both Bitcoin and ETFs. However, I don't think Bitcoin will continue this run till the end of next year. More cryptocurrency millionaires have been identified. Listen to this out. Well, the recent surge in Bitcoin contributed to the creation of 70,000 more cryptocurrency billionaires. That just covers the last 12 months. Currently, 240,000 people own cryptocurrency valued at $1 million or more. A recent research from New World Wealth and Henley and Partners states as much. Crypto centimillionaires number 450. These are those who have at least $100 million in cryptocurrency, and there are 36 cryptocurrency billionaires. Naturally, the price of Bitcoin has more than doubled in the last 12 months. Additionally, the market value of all cryptocurrencies has grown by more than $2 trillion. How much of it will be spent then? According to a recent study conducted by a team of economists, cryptocurrency investors spend roughly 10 cents for every $1 they make. Therefore, that would amount to an additional expenditure of almost $200 billion. Thus, they anticipate that cryptocurrency millionaires will spend 10% of their fortune, and simply wait until they learn how many millionaires have been created using XRP. Be aware that they constantly attempt to promote the idea that only Bitcoin owners are becoming multi-millionaires. However, many people will also be able to earn $1 million or more by keeping XRP. He continues to discuss how people will continue to hodl, so I was able to play a portion of this footage as well. However, the vast majority of cryptocurrency billionaires are holding on at the moment because they believe that prices will rise. They are also unable to borrow much against cryptocurrency. Therefore, it is imperative that they liquidate their positions, and I believe that lenders will need to start working on that issue. Correct. They're probably planning to sell in a place where they won't be heavily taxed on it if they do, as you mentioned this morning. Indeed, this study's analysis of crypto communities revealed that they are concentrated in states with low tax rates, which is not surprising given a number of factors. However, you consider who might benefit. These Sunbelt states, Texas, Florida, and Tennessee, have had rapid population expansion, particularly among younger people who dislike paying taxes. Thus, some states will also gain from it. However, I believe that most cryptocurrency holders, they are hesitant to liquidate their cryptocurrency too quickly. They now recognize the potential of cryptocurrency, particularly with XRP. It's the future, you know that. You are aware that it will involve daily money transfers throughout the world. Why convert it to US currency? Although some people are keen to sell, anyone who knows what they're holding will keep it. Additionally, we are on the verge of receiving passive revenue. XRP news today, XRP price forecast for 2025, and the reasons Alpha Pep is the greatest cryptocurrency pre-sale. In these articles about XRP, they always try to show you a meme coin. I've never understood that, but I believe it's because they get paid to discuss specific meme coins, even though they claim that XRP has a bullish view of only $5 before the end of this year. Await the ETF inflows till they arrive. It doesn't take a lot of money to influence the price of XRP, I'll tell you now. Additionally, the market cap multiplier is never discussed in these papers. Why wouldn't they mention that? They don't want you to think that XRP is going to 2 digits, which is why. XRP is still something they want you to avoid. Outside of the XRP community, that is the story. You can see how much has been invested in XRP and Ripple over the past few days. They broke a record. The source of this is Patrick Bet-David. Listen to it. You make a really good point. Although Wire is quicker, ACH is younger. You're claiming that it has 10 warnings, so when you click here, other banks will receive it. Make sure it's a bank. Yes, but you have guys that can hear XRP ripples. Swift